So just got done seeing A Complete Unknown, and I really enjoyed it. It, uh, it it's definitely a movie where there's no like story to it. Just things happen. It's kind of like a hangout type movie where you're hanging out and listening to a whole bunch of music. Lots of times, for the most part, complete songs played throughout. Um, it's about people and how people can change and go through life. Uh, I think that I definitely there's a lot more I need to be thinking about to kind of piece everything together. With some of the lines of dialogue and things like that. But yeah, I think if anyone has anything negative to say about it, it might be just because it's a movie that just seems to kind of meander along and things happen. Really great things happen, mind you. I mean, acting and everything all around is really a joy, and the it's really kind of a positive movie. A lot you see people gaining success and becoming friends and things like that, and it's very positive about the way it shows everyone's interactions and relationships. Although negative things do happen with the character of Bob Dylan being who he is, and how he kind of treats people sometimes. But it's still some of the actions that he does. The movie makes you understand why he does them, and kind of shows them being kind of like fuck for the overall good of you know his situation and who he is and things like that. Um, yeah, and like I said earlier, I really don't know too much about his personal life or anything like that. I've listened to several of his albums, and I know some of his material and things like that. But so I really don't have any idea of how true to real life that this was. Um, but a lot, you could tell a lot of stuff was left out as far as like details of how things happened. You get a general sense, of how he became famous through just simple reactions from people and seeing characters smile or things like that. So I'm not sure how untrue to history it could be, because it just doesn't get into too many deep details. But yeah, I definitely look forward to looking it up and finding out more. Uh, it's always kind of hard most of the time to know where a movie is going to end up on a top of the year list, or will it be a favorite of mine and not get any attention when it comes to awards, or is it obviously going to be something awards heavy? With this one, I definitely have to see some nominations for it somehow. I would assume it's really good. Um, there are some things in the movie that I'm not sure if they are holding it back from being great or not. Um, the more I think about them, the more I might decide that they're actually what make the movie great. Um, so yeah, so we'll see about my overall opinion, but yeah, time will tell on that. But I definitely see some award. It should be considered for some awards, especially being a weak year overall. I do believe, but yeah, I really enjoyed it. I had a great time. It was it was really good, and I think that I mean, other than all the obvious stuff, I think I think it comes down to directing, how some really good directing can make a movie like this stand tall, considering it's basic. There's not many. I mean, there's as far as locations go, there's not that many locations. It's a pretty simple story. It's not very intricate, but you can definitely tell that, with James Mangold directing, that it was turned into something that was, it's going to be easily rewatchable. Not a problem there. It flowed nicely. It's just a nice look back in a period of some people's lives, and says a lot about not only Bob Dylan himself, but it also says a lot about folk music, and that's a big central kind of character in of itself. But let me know if you've seen this, if you consider it a best of the year type of movie, and what awards you think it should win, or at least be nominated for. It's kind of hard, especially when you take a look at an actor who is portraying a real life character, where you can in this, he's being portrayed really well, but is that praising the actor, or is that just praising the character and how it was written? I don't know, but let me know below, and I'll catch you on the next one.